Hello, my name is Maira Cardoso, and the research I'm presenting today is part of my PhD research. We aim to understand whether large forest set-asides can benefit the bird community in adjacent oil palm plantations. The expansion of agriculture is the main driver of habitat degradation globally. Oil palm is the highest yield crop globally and one of the major threats to tropical forests. Studies suggest some mechanisms to avoid the negative impact of these activities. The land sharing approach combines spatial co-occurrence of production and conservation goals, while land sparing requires the protection of forest set-asides. Both approaches have pros and cons. The land sharing increases the heterogeneity but is not capable to retain the same diversity of forest fragments, while in land sparing it's not clear whether the diversity of fragments can spill over in the matrix, and if so, what's the range of these benefits? To answer these questions, we collected birds in eastern Amazon using point counts in 22 transects, as shown in the map. We measured three functional diversity metrics using 12 traits related to diet and use of natural resources and six abundance-weighted phylogenetic indices. Phylogenetic distance was extracted from bird tree database. We also collected the proportion of forest cover and the distance to the nearest forest fragment as landscape metrics. The data was analyzed using generalized mixed models. We found 224 species, 187 in forest and only 53 in oil palm points. Large forest fragments retain a higher functional richness and divergence than oil palm points. The oil palm presents a higher functional evenness. Forest fragments show higher phylogenetic diversity. However, oil palm did not impact the standardized matrix, which reflects the phylogenetic structure of the community. The proportion of forest did not improve any of the models. Our landscape presented a maximum of 40% of forest cover. Although the bird community in oil palm points nearer to forest fragments presented higher values of MNTD, which is the distance to nearest taxon. Lower MNTD means more related species far from forest. The main conclusions of this work are that the retention of forest fragments cannot improve the functional diversity in oil palm points in landscapes with less than 40% of forest cover. We then recommend the retention of more than 40% of forest cover to avoid potential extinction thresholds. The forest fragments presented higher phylogenetic diversity, but the phylogenetic structure of communities did not change. Oil palm impacts the phylogenetic structure randomly across the whole phylogenetic tree, so we believe that the structure doesn't change, just the number of taxons. And finally, we found the retention of forests near production areas may benefit the oil palm plantation through the spillover of some phylogenetic diversity and also balancing the occurrence of the few remaining functional traits. Thank you very much.